You son of a bitch! I'm gonna make you pay for what you did to Link Kuriboh!
You'll make me pay? I don't think so. The banning of Link Kuriboh is only the first step of my revenge against you, the Memphis XLRA. Soon I shall convince this world's Konami to ban the original Kuriboh as well, and your pain shall magnify tenfold. You
bastard!
They're gonna be at that for a while. Okay. Alright, it's time once again, everybody, for another discussion on what is the future of this Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG ban list. It's been a hectic sort of format, you know, a lot of Horus, a lot of Snake Eyes, a lot of more of Horus's Snake Eyes, a lot of lockdown, a lot of just stopping the other person from playing. It's a very messy format, and so I'll let you know. I got my ideas for what's going to be on this list. I don't know if it's going to be correct. I'm not a professional Yu-Gi-Oh! Like tournament goer or anything like that, but I played enough of the game that I think I have some idea of what's probably going to be on that list. So, first on the list, of course, Poplar. Poplar, that guy is just... he's the most consistent bit of the whole engine that is Snake Eyes, so he's definitely a contender for being on the list. I've also considered Flamberge himself, one of those two. It's a catch-22, like, you can still play Snake Eyes to an extent without Poplar. You can still make Flamberge Dragon. It's not that hard to do. You know, Oak and Ash can still do that thing. But perhaps Hidden Flamberge be better, you know? Because then Snake Eyes, what did they do without him? Pretty much nothing. So, I've been back and forth that either one of those two, if not both, are going to get hit on the ban list for certain. I would say ban either or. Either or, but one of those two has to go at the very least. That is a guarantee there. As for the Horus engine, I personally like the Horus engine just as like a casual sort of thing. I've played them in like the most silly things like Skull Servants and the like, so it's a hard thing what we're going to hit on Horus. I considered him SETI, but because you can already play 3 copies of the Sarko, I'm going to say put Sarko to 1. That way you can still play Horus, but it's not like as abusable. And like just straight up hitting them with Ash Blossom or the like will put Horus in their place, you know? So I would say hitting Sarko to 1 would probably do just fine in the long run. That sort of thing could just be good enough. Now, as for other things to hit on the ban list, as a Sanctifier, definitely a monster that I don't appreciate much. Any monster that can summon another monster to your board in your turn that just says the line, you can only special summon X archetype, or you cannot special summon period, or discards your whole hand, or some nonsense like that. Definitely not a monster you want to have around. Now, there are other cards that allow you to summon monsters to your opponent's side of the board for certain, but Sanctifier is part of an archetype, therefore is easily searchable, therefore I would say Sanctifier definitely... I would probably consider banning him. I think Brandon can live without one of their fusions. I would say so. I'm sure I'm missing some of the cards. Like I said, I don't do tournaments as much. I'm sure there's other crazy combos and wombos that need to be hit, but honestly, those are the main ones. As for things to come off the ban list, the Dragon Rulers, I think, let's go all the 2 for a minute. You know, obviously the Dragon Rulers, they've had their day. They're not as powerful as they used to be. They're still potent. I've played them. They're still potent, but they're not like as broken as they used to be. But let's ease them off the ban list. You know, it's never good to go from, you know, 0 to 3 about old cards that are pretty nutty. So let's put them all to 2. See if it's still good, and then next ban list we can put all the Dragon Rulers back to 3. As well, everything that's on 2 at the moment on the ban list is probably going to come off all the way on the ban list for the most part. Most of those cards are just like, it's a transitory sort of thing, the semi-limited list, so most of the 2-fers are going to go all the way to 3, if not all of them. So there's that, and then, oh, what did we want off the ban list entirely? Of course, hashtag free Link Karibo. My boy did nothing wrong, okay? It was all Snake Eyes' fault, so let's ban Poplar at the very least, get Link Karibo back in this game. I want my Link Karibo back. He's a good boy. As well, of course, we always have to have our crazy picks, just because I always pick something crazy. Let's go Pot of Greed, Graceful Charity. Let's just burn the game down, you know, let's burn it down, might as well. What else? Magical Scientist, I've heard. Why not? Imperm the darn thing, it's not going to do it, and your opponent ain't good. What's another crazy idea? I think that's honestly good for now. Maybe, yeah. I'd say that's fine. So, like I said, it's just my idea for what's going to be on the ban list. It's nothing too crazy. I just wanted to give my opinion out there, be like, hey, I play this game. I don't go to all the tourneys or nothing, but I played enough of it to say, hey, these cards are kind of annoying, get rid of these. I don't really care for them. Oh, wait, there was one other thing. Cashier or Fenrir, I'm on the fence about. I would say if he's going to get hit at all, he would go to 1. 1 would probably be the most you'd hit Fenrir to. Because he's a really good card. You can throw him into literally everything. He's basically like a modern version of Pankratops. So maybe he'd get hit to 1 just to hit the consistency of that guy in like every other deck. But I don't think... I have a feeling it's not going to happen. Castor has had their day of locking out the opponent's zones with good old Shangri-La and all that. I just don't feel like they're going to get hit anymore, but if they did, it would definitely be Fenrir, and I'd say it'd be fair to put him at 1 so that Fenrir is still playable in decks. You still play the Castor strategy, all that good stuff. It's just not as abusable in every other deck, that sort of deal. So that's my prediction for the ban list. If y'all have any other decent ideas for things to come off the ban list or what needs to be banned, let me know. I'm fine with any sort of critiquing, and I like to give my feedback on other people's ideas too. So let me know what y'all think, and yeah, we'll see what this crazy new format's going to look like when Konami drops a hopefully coherent ban list.
Prepare your balls for my fist.
Ooh.